Good morning, Night City! Yesterday's body count lottery rounded out to a solid and sturdy 30.
Hi everyone, good news! Quadra V-Tech returns to the channel. The game finally came out and inspired me to continue working with the car. Most likely the donor won't be used for this car and everything will be assembled on a spatial frame. But of course everything can change if something else suddenly will cross my mind. Whatever I'll choose, the result will be the same. I'll assemble Quadra V-Tech till the end. Moreover, the developers showed the exterior and the interior sides of the car quite well. Each scene, skin texture, opening mechanism and many other small details are visible, and it would be nice to repeat them and come up with their designations. The developers cut out tuning function and just made before and after car look. This is how Quadra looks like without any modifications. Hope someday something like tuning will appear in the game, and if not, we can create our own tuning in real life. By the way, not so long ago I bought one car for the spare parts. The most important part for me was the engine and the transmission. Specifically, this car model called Moskvich contains probably the most interesting linkage of these details, using which you can easily make a medium-engine car. It is very convenient to buy everything at one time, as you can immediately check the capability of the particular detail. Also, all parts will have their documents, the vehicle certificate and the sale agreement will confirm this. This car was intended for one summer project. For nowadays needs, I'll borrow a power unit from it and a couple of spare parts for Quadra. There will be the same scheme as in Buggy. Frame is the main part here, and the engine can always be changed to a more powerful one. This Moskvich has the engine with 85 carburetor powers. There were more powerful candidates, but this one was in a very good condition. As in every car with a history from past owners, you can find some Easter eggs. For example, there was a wrench on the clutch cable instead of the washer. I don't have a servicing pit in my workshop, but I think I can handle without it. First we need to lift the car. The removed wheels from the Buggy appeared to be very useful instead of stands. Most likely, I won't need the hubs and shock absorber struts from this car, as the size and the steering rod location aren't suitable. The drives were in normal condition. It's good, as they cost almost as half of this car. Now we need to remove the attached parts and free the engine from the web of wires and tubes that approach it. Now we have to pull the engine out of the engine compartment. It's impossible without removing the box and hinged elements, as everything is situated too close. I made it easier, just sawed off the top of the front frame, thereby opening the space for the engine. The engine will be pulled out with the help of an electric winch that helped me out dozens of times. I guess there is a pressing point. Why don't I use this Moskvich as a donor? There are two reasons. Firstly, it has a front-wheel drive. Secondly, the entire Russian automobile industry doesn't fit Quadra V-Tech as wheelbase. It'd have to be sawed in half and lengthened, besides the fact that it still needs to be cut like Frankenstein. So I chose a simple, proven variant, a self-made frame. I had to work hard, but still managed to get the engine out and didn't even have to take anything off. If Buggy from PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds was a bit bigger, this engine with a gearbox would fit it perfectly. Temporarily installed the wheels in place to take Moskvich out of the garage. If I need any spare parts, I'll take them off right outside. Instead of it, I'll bring the Quadra V-Tech fiberglass body into the workshop. My workshop is not so big in order the body can stand next to me while I'm welding the frame, so I decided to hang it over my head using the same winch. The main thing is to remember that something hangs over your head and not hit it. Although while I was shooting this video, I didn't manage to get used to it and constantly hit the body with my head. The trolley on which the body was assembled will no longer be useful to me. I'll use new pipes for the frame. The frame itself won't be too compound, it will consist of the shaped tubes. First I'll make a trolley on which I'll put a fiberglass body, and then I'll make a rigid frame from the tubes inside the body. I won't make a building berth, it's easier to align the frame with a laser level several times. It's very convenient to use the metal hangers for the pads. After aligning the frame and plane, I measured the diagonals and welded the tubes together. Further, we'll weld the rocker panel elements to this frame. During the welding process I got the suspension parts, and the wheels were first in the list. This is probably one of the most important elements, and it should be very similar to the game model of the wheel. I managed to find 20-inch stamped discs that fit the rear wheels well by design. I'm going to make wide wheels from them, as wide as the tires will allow me. For this disc I'll use the hubs from Chevrolet model, the same ones were used on the Cybertruck. There are two variants for their installation. The easiest but most expensive one is installation through the transitional spacers. Another option is to weld the core of the disc from Chevrolet car to the 20-inch stamped wheels. It's very budgetary option, but you need to work with the disc alignment. Anyway, I'll come up with something. In the meantime, I want to try on the discs in the back arches. They seem to fit in. Now we only have to find the tires. I also tried on the disc at the front arch just out of interest. It can be installed here, but as I think you can take any wheel, as it still will be hidden behind the turbofan. This road clearance matches this car very much, just 10 out of 10 silver hands. Later I'll think about the air suspension. It turned out that the ordered spare parts needed for further works of the project haven't come yet, which means that this video came to an end. Thanks everyone for your attention. If you liked it and were waiting for this project, put your likes. If you're not already subscribed to the channel, do it right now. See you in the new video.